I want to say around.
Here. Smile, wave. Wave. Adam, wave. Come on. There you go.
Get a shot of the water.
I am. We'll get better shots later.
How come?
That's okay.
How come there's a ladder?
So you don't fall off.
To get out of the water?
On the top deck, deck 10.
I see seagull.
3:10. Ship doesn't leave till 5, I believe. No. Wait for me.
I'll go on the storm. I'll go on the back. It's just staying.
This is Adam's bed. And this is Daddy's couch bed. You can see who's enjoying the cruise.
When are we gonna get those hot dogs?
Try it again.
Hello.
Where are we going?
We're going at sea.
On a boat ride? The historical harbor ride in the Bahamas.
Uh-huh.
Have you been on this ride before?
No.
Is this your first time off the ship in the Bahamas?
Yes.
All right. Gonna have a lot of fun?
Yes.
Great.
I'm going to have so much fun.
What have you been doing today?
I've been with the club people.
What club? The Oceaneer Club?
Uh-huh.
What'd you do?
We played and we told a story about a pilot named Blackbeard.
Uh-huh.
And I liked it there. Then we put on costume hats. Then when we were done.
Pleasure good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board the Blue today. The captain will be Captain Herbie, is assisted by First Mate George. My name is Brandon. I will be conducting the tour. You'll find the passengers down to the lower level at the front of the boat. If you look just above your head, so as you're seeing on the lower level, you'll see life vests hanging from the ceilings. We begin our tour by leaving over Prince George's Wharf. Wharf was a crane land during the dredging of the harbor back in 1966. It holds some 6 to 8 major cruise lines and can also dock the largest cruise ship afloat today. The water depth within the wharf is between 50 to 60 feet deep. Looking over to your left, the tallest structure you'll find on Prince George's Wharf would be that pink and white tower at the Port Authority building. It draws the traffic in the Nassau Harbor area and also the docking of the cruise ships and other boats to port. Looking east from the Port Authority building, you'll find a right tower. This tower is the water tower of Nassau. When it was operating, it used to service Nassau City with all of its fresh water. The water tower sky is 126 feet above sea level and has a beautiful view of Nassau Harbor, Paradise Island, Nassau City, and the island of New Providence. Looking west from the we're located in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The Bahamas is made up of 700 islands and 2,000 keys. Of those 700 islands, 30 of them are inhabited. The capital of the Bahamas lies to the rear view. If you look at that island, it's known as New Providence Island. The island is 21 miles long by 7 miles wide. It has a population of 180,000 people. The population of the Bahamas itself would be to about 280 to 300,000. The Bahamas is a democratic nation and is governed under the Westminster system of governing, much like the same governing system of Great Britain. It's headed up by a prime minister, and his name is Honorable Hubert A. Ingram. He came into power in 1992. He defeated who was the then prime minister, and his name was Sir Lyndon Oscar Birling. Unlike the American system, Sir Lyndon Oscar Birling had ruled the country for 25 years. But there was a peaceful transition into the new government. So here in the Bahamas, as long as you can win, that's the length of time you can stay.
The north we went, right?
The Bahamas received its independence from Great Britain on July 10th, 1973. Last Saturday we celebrated our 26-year anniversary of independence. Free country. So thanks for leasing those millions of dollars to operate here at a tax-free rate. And then of course you have fishing and farming. With that you have the import and export items all being taxed, and you have the taxation of the departure. Anyone that likes to leave the Bahamas anytime will have to pay a $15 departure tax. Combined, these monies put together supply the government with enough revenue to keep it a tax-free country. You'll find that the exchange rate for the dollar here in the Bahamas is 1 for 1. That's right, the US dollar and the Bahamian dollar is on the same money value. Straight ahead, if you look just up on top of the hill, you'll find a pink and white building with a steeple above it. A pink and white building, as you see with the steeple above it, on top of the hill, located on Blue Hill, that is the government house. That's where our Governor General, Sir Orville Turnquest, and his lovely wife, Lady Turnquest, live. Sir Orville Turnquest, appointed by the Prime Minister, acts as a representative to Queen Elizabeth II of England, and somebody's hat just flew off his head.
Look at them doing.
Hold your hats.
They're cleaning that boat.
Although having no real power in the country, he is still recognized as an honorary and is, of course, the Governor General. Now, just at the other side of Prince George's Wharf, you'll find Woodes Rogers Wharf. Woodes Rogers Wharf was named after the first royal governor to the Bahamas, Captain Woodes Rogers. He was appointed in 1683. If you look over to your right or the starboard side of the vessel, you'll find that the pink building you see there is the world famous Nassau Straw Market, the most popular attraction on Woodes Rogers Wharf. The building next to it would be the headquarters for the Ministry of Tourism. In the straw market, you can purchase stuff like straw hats and bags, wind carvings, wind chimes, conch jewelry, and t-shirts. Alright, so many items all made right here in the Bahamas. Straight ahead of you, if you look at a white painted rooftop, underneath it you would see the horse and sleighs. As they're referred to here in the Bahamas, the horse and boogie. Those tours take you through Nassau City, giving you historical sites and points of interest. The tour would last around half hour to 45 minutes. It's $15 per person. In the evening, the fee is $3 per person. If you look at the straw market, one of the important things to do there is to get your hair braided. If you get your hair braided at the straw market, you'll be referred to as a Bahama Mama or a Bahama Papa. The hotel off to your left here is the British Colonial Hotel. Started back in the 1920s by Mr. Henry Flagler and then completed by Sir Harry Oakes. The hotel is now closed and presently under renovations and will reopen in September of 1999 as the British Colonial Hilton. Sir Harry Oakes' daughter Nancy still owns the very top level of the hotel and lives there from time to time. A replica of a well located on the property ground is said to have been used by the notorious Blackbird to water his ships. Legend also has it that there's still buried treasure at the British colonial grounds. 1697, it was also once the site of Fort Nassau, where Captain Woodes Rogers hung a lot of pirates. Just here to your left, you'll find beach areas, Long Walk Beach. The beach is a public beach. and well loved by the natives, but it's also a very popular beach. In fact, the popularity of the beach grew so much that it's now the headquarters for spring break and summer breakers. This is where your kids come out every year to spend your hard-earned money to get trashed. That's right, get wasted on the beach. We found there in the Bahamas that we couldn't beat them, so we joined them. And we all sing a little popular song like this. The more we drink together, 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 the more we drink together, the happier we'll be. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, spring break and summer break here on Long Walk Beach, Nassau, Bahamas. In fact, folks should come back next year and try it yourselves. Okay, if you're just looking at the water, you'll find that you can look and look right down to the very bottom of the waters here. The water depth that you're in now is about 10 feet deep.
Oh, jeez, 10 feet.
If you look over to your left on top of the hill, you'll find sites of Fort Charlotte. Fort Charlotte is the largest Bahamian fort. It was built back in 1787 by Lord Portmore for the consort and wife of George III. All of the dungeons and corridors of the fort were colored of solid limestone rock. If you look at those buildings over to your left here, those buildings are located on Al Key, and those beautiful buildings are about 50 years old, wonderful architecture. The reason why they're still there because the Bahamas government wants the folks from New York and New Jersey to feel a little more at home. So we left those old custom houses there for them to enjoy. Our key is a man-made key and was built with 2 water reservoirs which carry 1 million gallons of fresh water each. The water which is imported from an island in the Bahamas called Andros. Andros is also the largest island in the Bahamas. It is 208 miles long and 40 miles wide. It's the only island with freshwater lakes. If you look over to your left, you see the barge, the Titus. This is the vessel which brings in the fresh water from Andros. That carries 2.5 million gallons of water. Makes three trips a week. Makes about 3 trips. 2 casinos between Nassau and Paradise Island, all located in the Cable Beach district. Straight ahead, you have Paradise Island, the end of it to the west, and the lighthouse you see there marks the entrance into the harbor of Nassau. The light can be seen 1 mile out to sea by cruise ships or boaters coming in. Back in 1991, when storms hit the island here in the Bahamas, the waves created by the storm came over the very top of that lighthouse. Talk about surfing in California, you need to try it here in the Bahamas during a hurricane.
How clear the water is, Adam.
If you look here to your left on Paradise Island, there's an open area that you see here. Tide, this was once a swimming pool. Tide's low, just a normal little beach. Those who are at the top level, you can just stand up. There's nothing blocking your beautiful picture. To your left, you have the home of Dr. Hall. Dr. Hall had traveled to the Bahamas many years ago on a cruise ship as a vacation. He made 3 mistakes while he was there on that vacation. His first mistake was he came off the boat and went into the city of Nassau, where he found and fell in love with the Bahamian people. The second mistake was Dr. Hall got hungry while he was with us here in the Bahamas. And he went into one of our restaurants and ate some Bahamian food. Fell in love with that. His third mistake was Dr. Hall got thirsty. Went into a local pub and drank some Bahamian rum. sure he definitely fell in love with that. In fact, I think that's what sold the idea for him. He went back to his hotel, his cruise ship, packed his bags, said to the captain goodbye in about 5 different languages, and Dr. Hall and his wife bought that home on Paradise Island, have been living here for 20 years. Very wealthy doctor, traveled all the way from Great Britain. Hasn't been back since.
He left. Moved here.
How come?
He liked it so much.
His home that we're coming up to, the brown and beige
I'll
home,
just stay
the
here.
white picket fence that you see on Paradise Island, is owned by a very wealthy family. They're big in the financial world. You know them as the Lloyds of London. Separate Lloyds Bank, other insurance companies, also insure a lot of the NBA players back in the United States. The Lloyds of London. So that Mr. Lloyd, who was the founder of the company, was still water skiing in the harbor of Nassau at 88 years old. Think he found something with a little more kick than Viagra. Just that extra boost. 88 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and water skiing in the harbor of Nassau. Oh, to your left here, you'll find a home of an American movie star, actor, comedian Charlie Chaplin. The home is now owned by his daughter Geraldine. If you remember these movies, then you would know the actor I'm talking about. A Man Called Horse, Camelot, and most recent, The Unforgiven. And you should know the actor I'm talking about. Looking to your left, you have the home of actor Richard Paris. This property here to your left is the home of the Yoga Retreat. The Yoga Retreat, which is run by the Swami of India. The food served there is vegetarian food. You're not allowed to drink any alcoholic beverages. You're not allowed to smoke any harmful substances. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you're allowed to have any fun over at the Yoga Retreat. We won't recommend that to you today if you intend to have fun. This property here is the property of Club Med. Club Med has 130 resorts like this around the world. Three of them here in the Bahamas. One located to your left here at Paradise Island. The other located on Pine Place, the island of Eleuthera, known for our paint sands and pineapples. And the other is located on the island of San Salvador. Again, that was the island which Columbus first landed on back on October 12, 1492. You'll find that at Club Med every evening they perform a theater show. Stop and put on a show for their guests, move them into the cocktail area where they'll have their cocktails, and then from there they move into the other night building that you see here, the dining area for the restaurant. And every evening here is a different menu, a different meal served of a different country. The cuisine is from a different country. It may be French, it may be German, Italian, Jamaican, Bahamian. But every night there's a different menu. But tonight, I'm quite sure that they're going to have hamburgers, hot dogs, and French fries. If I'm saying that's the menu, hamburgers, hot dogs, and French fries, does anybody know what country the theme is from tonight? Anyone?
What?
Brooklyn?
American food.
LA,
Hamburgers,
Chicago,
hot dogs, fries.
Miami, same place,
Jersey.
United States of America. Add in some Coca-Colas and milkshake, and you have yourself a full menu. American cuisine. Just here to your left, you have the Atlantis Hotel. Atlantis started this project back in 1991. They finished the construction of 2 of a 5-phase hotel. Once completed on 5 phases, it will be not only the world's largest resort destination, but it will also be the only hotel in the world with an underwater casino. The largest casino to be built in the world will be built under the water. So your fish are floating above you and your money is floating beneath you. It all works out. At the Atlantis, they already have the largest outdoor marine park in the world, ever to be built. And we look at the hotel, we focus on the Royal Towers. The Royal Towers was just opened in December of 1998, came equipped with 1,202 guest rooms and some very luxurious suites. Pointing out 2 of those suites to you, if you look at the Royal Towers, the hotel, you'll find above one of their suites, it has a balcony and it also has 2 fish above them. The fish are in the form of a blue marlin. That there is a suite that any one of us on board can handle. It only rents for $5,000 a night. The other suite's located in between the 2 towers. It looks like a bridge connecting them. It's called the Bridge Suite or the Michael Jackson Suite. The suite is the size of 13 regular guest rooms. Once you step inside, it automatically adjusts to your body temperature. The air conditioner will turn on to the correct room temperature to accommodate your body temperature. The suite, again, any one of us on board can handle it. It's only for $25,000 a night. So 1 week minimum stay, but the suite booked out from year 2003. If you look over at the Coral Towers, you see that flag waving above the Coral Towers. That flag is the Bahamian national flag. The colors of that flag are the meanings. The meanings are the top anchor of the flag represents the beautiful skies above us. The color of the flag, the blue represents the shining sun above us. The watermark of the flag represents the beautiful waters in our country. The flag of the flag represents the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The motto following the flag would be forward, upward, onward, together. To the left of the car is our turbine concession, the 2 group, where you are going to do the tours for Blue Lagoon Island and of course the dolphin encounter. You get to swim with Flipper. The bridge which we are going underneath now, the first bridge to be built to connect Paradise Island to Nassau. The bridge was built in 1967 at a cost of $2 million. The bridge just went under some repairs, and completed in those repairs, the bill was $35 million. They asked me, I would have bought some dynamite, blow up that bridge, and build me a new bridge, $30 million less than what they spent to repair it. Looking here at this marina, you find a Hurricane Home Marina. Beautiful yacht there, the Lady Jen. Marina is 30 years old, and it's owned by a very wealthy family. I pointed that home out to you earlier on Paradise Island. The home is owned by Bobby Lloyd, one of the Lloyds of London. The marina, which is of 90 berths, houses a lot of privately owned yachts, yachts owned by natives and foreign businessmen, and also docks in on the other strips, charter yachts. These yachts that you see here are chartered for $75,000 to $80,000 a week. The privately owned yachts by the foreign businessmen, you see, those yachts, like comfortable yachts, are registered here in the Bahamas. Based in Maine, if Uncle Sam doesn't know about the multi-million-dollar yacht, he can't tax you on it. So anybody here on board should win the lottery anytime soon. Just remember, register your boat here in the Bahamas. Better yet, put it under my name and make sure the boat's clean every day. Take it around the outlets and make sure the engine's still running. Just remember, you have a friend in the Bahamas. Combined with all the West Indies and the entire state of Florida. Even Cuba. It's called Burns House, the largest liquor distribution company. So we call him a bootlegger here in the Bahamas with a license to operate. White House that you see is owned by President George. President George Myers of the last Together Beach Hotel started in the hotel industry as a bellman. Today, he's a multi-millionaire and part owner of the hotel. The home just to the rear of him on top of the hill there, round a white home with a single rooftop, home to an Arabian sheik. His name is Sheikh Karachi. Sheikh Karachi, to this date, is the wealthiest man on Paradise Island. He has a 10-car garage with 10 Rolls Royces in them. The reason why he has 10 Rolls Royces is because he has 10 wives. Each of them need a car of their own. Shikarachi's gardener used to come to late work. Used to come to work late every morning. Sheik asked him why. His gardener told him, well, sir, I have to catch 3 buses in order to get to work. And sometimes the buses don't come on time. You know what Shikarachi did to him for punishment? He went out and bought him a 1999 Mercedes-Benz as punishment for coming to work late every day. I was working for Shikarachi. I had a leak in my roof. Got myself a new home. Over here to your left, clearing of the trees, you see that white painted house, the white rooftop, is home to Elvis Presley as a vacation home. King of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, owned that house on his island. And of course, you're looking at the sheriff, would be my boat. They call me the sheriff here in the Bahamas. And a young lady who's quite single on board would like to go for a spend the night. Remember, I'm here. I am also single.
I'm gonna go down.
You come on board.
No.
Let's have a party. Anybody like? The homes or townhouses that you see on Paradise Island, the owners of them would be lawyers and doctors, bankers, entrepreneurs. These homes are owned by natives, okay? Born and raised here in the country, and also by foreign businessmen. Some of these homes are only occupied for 3 to 6 months of the year. Other than that, they're closed down, and there's caretaker that comes in to keep it on and run free. Foreign businessmen that own these homes usually only come down during the winter seasons, the relaxing time of their condo on Paradise Island. Orange and white house you see here is home to the Kuglers. Kuglers open their home to this. Their son they occupy the top level. It's not too far to work for the Kuglers, because if you look here, another marina, this is the Paradise Harbor Club and Marina, also owned by the Kuglers. Along with that, they have a timeshare, hotel, and of course, restaurant and bar.
No way. Don't go very fast. No way. Bother the boats. Wash away the rock.
Straight ahead, the runway leads you into the Paradise Island Airport. The airport will soon be closed down. But to this date, there are 5 regular flights leaving the Fort Lauderdale area and also returning back to Fort Lauderdale by Gulfstream Airlines. 1741, between that time and 1742, by Captain Bruce Henry. The fort was built in anticipation of a Spanish attack that never happened. During the Revolutionary Wars of the Americas of 1776, the fort was occupied by American troops for 24 hours. We don't know why they were there or what they were doing there. We didn't ask them any questions. Because in Maine, they had all of the guns and cannons, and all we had were coconuts. So that came the song, Let It Be, Let It Be. Fort Fortescue, ladies and gentlemen. At this time now, we're going to take a break. It's serving at the bar area on the lower level. Those of you on the lower level would see it already. Those of you on top, we invite you to come on down. We have a complimentary fruit punch. It will be served to you, offered. And those of you that are 18 years and over and would like to have some rum punch, also get a rum punch, which is referred to as a cheap drunk here in the Bahamas. The reason why we call it a cheap drunk, the rum punch is for $1. That's right, but it's good Bahama rum punch and fruit punch. So you take a break at this time. Those of you on the lower level, bring the line on over and start it. Those of you at top, also come and receive your fruit punch, or you may want to try the cheap drunk, the $1 rum punch.
Why?
There's
What?
there's bathrooms on here.
Good. You need one?
Yes. How come there's a stair?
So we can get off the boat.
Look at that. What is that? Daddy, what is
I
that?
don't know. A barge?
I think so. Big and it got the angle. This is a good one.
Search and rescue mission, those boaters, on the watershed of the Bahamas,